Yeah, so obviously that part of my talk resonated with a lot of people because when it comes down to it, your business is dead if new people are not getting in front of your opportunity or your information. And so at the end of the day, the one thing that you must focus on is prospecting. And in reality, most people in network marketing, they love their company, they love their product, they love the fact that you can make a bunch of money, they love the opportunity, they're full of hope. They're talking to a lot of people about how much they love it. But at the end of the day, a lot of people are just not talking to enough prospects consistently, like every single day. That is the one thing that you should be focused on. And I liken it to playing golf, right? If you want to be a good golfer, you have to get out and hit balls every day. Every day. So let's talk about golf in the analogy to the network marketing space. So if you go down to the driving range and you get that club in your hand and you start teeing up balls, that's prospecting. Every time you hit a ball, that's prospecting. Now, the key is to be at that range hitting balls every single day. Like in your business, prospecting every single day. Now, the more you're prospecting, the more you're at the range hitting balls, then you can start analyzing the results, like what's happening when you're hitting the balls. If the ball is not going where you want it to go, there's three factors that are involved. It's either your backswing, right? Your backswing, which is what you're saying to prospects. How are you approaching them? Are you listening? Because recruiting is, you got to stop recruiting, start solving. Stop selling, start solving. So be a good listener. How can your product or opportunity solve a problem in that person's life? So what are you doing to gain their attention? That's the backswing. Taking your swing back, that is prospecting, but that is the approach. That is piquing their interest. That's catching their attention. And then you swing the club and you strike the ball. How your club face strikes the ball, that's the presentation. And you have to have a good presentation. If you have a bad presentation, okay, if you can't effectively show them that you have a solution for the problem that you discovered in the backswing, then you're still not going to get any results. So you have to have a good backswing, which is a good approach, be a good listener, find out their problems, then you strike the ball with a good presentation. But then that's where a lot of people falter. After your club face hits the ball, what happens from there you have to have a good follow through. And in network marketing, in prospecting, that's follow up. So if you don't have a good follow through, then your ball could go way right, it could go way left, it can go different places. Even if you have an amazing backswing, even if you're striking the ball really well, if you don't follow through with your swing, anybody who knows golf, you understand what's going to happen there. And so I just want you to think about that. How are you approaching and listening to people? Are you employing an effective presentation, but your follow through is super, super important? And I see a lot of people that are prospecting people every day, meaning they're approaching people and they're asking them to get in front of information, watch a presentation, but then they get scared. Like they're afraid of following back up and asking for the order, asking them to sign up. Now let's go back to golf. If you're in a bunker and your ball is sitting in sand, you might be afraid because you're only trying to hit the ball at say 20 feet. So what an amateur golfer tends to do is they have a very light swing and they're afraid to have a full swing and a full follow through because they feel like if they do that and they strike the ball, their ball is going to go 100 yards, not 20 feet. They're afraid to overhit the ball. But in the bunker, you're supposed to hit the ball. The strike should be about a couple inches before the ball. You want to hit sand and have a full swing, a full follow through, and your ball will go the 20 feet towards the flag. And so don't be afraid to hit the ball. Don't be afraid. Don't shorten your follow through because your ball is not going to go where you want it. And so, guys, with prospecting, hopefully you understand this golf analogy. At the end of the day, what is the theme I'm talking about here? Keep the one thing every single day on your mind. You've got to be super disciplined. Like the night before, plan your next day. And as a part of your planning your day, who am I going to talk to? That should be your question. Who am I going to talk to? Where am I going to find these people that I'm going to prospect? How am I going to approach these people? How am I going to be a great listener? And then make the connection between what you hear and how you can offer what you have as a solution to those problems that you discovered in that discovery process, in that backswing. And then get really good at obviously doing your follow-ups. You follow up immediately, strike while the iron's hot, immediate follow-up and consistent and persistent follow-up until they sign up. 5, 6, 7 times typically it's going to take to finally get a hold of them and help them make that decision and get them inked, get them signed up on your website. But the number one thing, guys, you have to show up to the driving range. You have to hit balls every single day. My game is where it's at right now. I'm at about a 19 handicap. I usually hit in the low 90s. And so that's my golf game. And it ain't going to get better. I'm not going to be hitting 78, 79, 80, 81 because I only play a few times a month. I'm not consistent. I'm not out there hitting balls on a daily basis, at least 4 or 5 days a week. If I'm not playing 4 or 5 days a week, I can't expect to get much better. So that's the way it should be. That is the fact. That's the reality in network marketing. If you're not showing up to your business and doing these daily disciplines, notice what I said, daily disciplines. If you're not prospecting people every single day. And then what? In network marketing, it's all about duplication. And then finding other people that you can teach to do those daily disciplines each and every day. And you can get the daily disciplines, you can get the exposures, get the prospecting done in 20 or 30 minutes each day. It doesn't have to overtake your life. Now, if you want to make millions and millions of dollars like I did, then you might want to get obsessed with it. Let yourself get obsessed with building your business. But if you're not going to get obsessed with it, at least be a serious part-timer. At least get 2 minimum people a day interested in the information because you piqued their interest, you listened, you found out what problems they've got, and then you offered them the solution. Every day. Saturdays and Sundays included, if you want to succeed. And just think. If you do the simple things I'm sharing with you right now, if you just do the simple daily disciplines, in the act of doing them, you won't see yourself making millions immediately. You won't see big results immediately. Just like when you go to the gym, you don't see results from the gym immediately. You go on a diet, you're not going to lose 10 pounds in your first 24 hours. You don't see immediate results. You plant a seed in the soil, it doesn't sprout up and grow into a big plant within the first day or two. That's not the way life works, not the way any of this stuff works. But just know that it's working. Just know that these daily exposures, the daily prospecting is working. You're building your pipeline, and you cram enough people into your pipeline, then it's going to force some out the other end as sales or recruits. It's just the way physics. It has to happen that way. It will happen that way. And when it starts happening, and you've got several hundred or even thousands of dollars of extra money coming in each and every month, because the results will come, how great is that going to feel? What are you going to do with that money? How is your life going to change with a couple extra grand a month coming in? Are you going to be driving a different car? Maybe you're going to be shopping for a different address. Maybe you're going to put your kid in a better school. Maybe you can retire your spouse from his or her job. What will you do when you do what we're talking about here? Just like in golf, get down to the driving range and strike balls every day. And I will see you at the top.